natural. Starting at small forward, 6 feet 4 inches, number 1, Tay Man. In the middle, 6 feet 10 inches, number 24, Carrie Blackshear. At the other forward position, standing 6'5", number 11, Johnson. The head coach for your team.
Welcome to 2K Sports Live Saturday night coverage of the NBA. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Well, with the season right near the halfway this year and playing so well, 3rd spot in our ranking, but with the way he's played, the sky's the limit for him.
And he's kicked off his rookie season in tremendous fashion, earning that number 3 spot on the list.
And, you know, don't be surprised to see him bounce over the 2 fellas in front of him. I mean, I think he certainly has just as much, if not more, talent than both of them.
Now the starting group for the visitors. Champ out there with Jones. Then it's Houdini. And there's Maverick. And it's Big Cat in at the 5 down low. And for Florida, we've got the natural. Johnson is out there with Blackshear. And it's the natural. And it's Man in at the 3. Right around the halfway mark, and some players starting to feel a little bit beat up, taking those bumps and bruises. Is it hard to decide which injuries to play through versus the ones that make you sit and miss a game?
You know, I don't think so. If you're a younger player, it may be a little more difficult, but as you've spent time in the league, you know your body. You understand what's an ache and a pain and something you can play with, or an injury that really hampers you. So I think as you mature in the league, it becomes much easier to know what's an injury and what's something that you can work through.
That word tolerance becomes pretty important, doesn't it?
Yeah, and everybody's a little different in that regard, Kevin. Some guys have a high tolerance, others have a low or moderate. But again, it's about knowing your body.
Jones tries in. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. This is his first trip to the line tonight. And that one falls for Jones.
Jones taking 2 shots.
And so Jones nails both of them. Here's the natural. 8 points his last outing. Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. And there's the pass to the natural. To the paint. Here's Blackshear. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Pass to Big Cat. Shoots. And it's Florida with the rebound. Passes it to the natural. There's the 3. Gets the 3-pointer to fall.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Jones, the pass to Big Cat. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. This is his first free throw of the game. First one falls for him. Baddest one's checked in for Florida. He hits both from the stripe. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Here's the natural, defended by Jones. To the middle, here's the natural. Excellent D that time from Jones.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And you know what? He's not going to give up an easy finish at the rim. I mean, that's just against his constitution. Already finding his spots and capitalizing, playing really efficient basketball.
Here's the natural, out to the wing. Now the pass to the natural. Clock at 6. Pass to the natural. Florida needs to get off a shot. Here's baddest one. That one off the back iron and out. Gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Here's Jones. Passes it to Houdini. And that comes off the assist by Jones.
Well, he knew how many inches he had over the guy. I mean, let's face it. Good decision to just rise up and take the jump shot.
Man passes to the natural. There's the pass to Battister. Can't connect from short range.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup. This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Greg, you're exactly right. I mean, everything seems to be dropping. Impressive scoring here.
So timeout called here, the first for Florida.
Things not going their way, and he wants to just try to talk this one over.
And you know what, guys? If for nothing else, just to slow things down a little bit, change it up somewhat.
Here's Man. And once again off the mark by Ford. Gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%. Jones drives in, and he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
Pass to Battister. To end the cold streak. That shot is no good, and he's 1 for 3 from the floor. Here's Stanley. Lays it up off the glass.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
And, you know, nothing like getting an opponent on the ropes early. You love that if you're on that side of the scoreboard, and they are landing some haymakers now.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Well, everything's coming too easily. I mean, at some point defensively, you have to take something away.
And Florida making a change here. Lewis is checked in. And here is Johnson. He had a 12-point outing in their last game again.
And his story is going to get most of the attention, but his rebounding also stood out. He did a lot of glass cleaning in that game.
2 on the clock. The natural. Good work defensively by Jones.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track. Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
Florida making some changes. The Prophet comes in for money. And it's Q in for the natural.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, Team
Florida trails by 14. Here's Glover. Pass to Johnson. Shot clock at 6. Here's Battister one. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
Mark, a lot of coaches like to run their offense through centers. Any names you can think of who you'd be comfortable running your offense through at that position?
Well, just because I've watched him and loved his game since locking into him, Jokic.
Yes.
Man, can he pass it. He can shoot it. He can score it inside. He's got such excellent hands and touch. He's at the top of the list. DeMarcus Cousins, big guy that can shoot it and pass it as well. And Marcus Hall is also in that list.
You'd feel comfortable with any of those guys holding the ball, distributing the ball, wouldn't you?
No doubt.
Here's the Prophet. He's still scoreless so far in this one. To end the run. And Jones pulls it down. For Florida, they come in off the loss to the Wildcats.
I tell you, they were drawing a lot of iron from the perimeter. Couldn't get the threes to go down, and really the story of the game.
And, you know, that's a big part of how they attack and win, getting it going from the three-point line, but at the end of the day, it didn't happen.
1:44 left in the first quarter of the game. Count that one. Passes to D from 13, and that comes off the assist by Jones.
And even with the big lead, he remains focused on the task at hand.
Yeah, and you know, that is some shaky and shoddy defensive work. They got to tighten it up.
Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. Jones has got 8 points.
Changing ends quickly, getting the advantage in numbers and finishing. They've been doing it all night long.
You know, they've been the more up-tempo team, clearly. It's helped them gain the advantage in this one.
Yeah, it's been about the fast break. Been real kind to them here early, and they are clicking in transition.
The pass to Lewis. Here's the Prophet. Six on the shot clock. Pass to Battiston. Top of the key. The rebound by Baker.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it, Greg. They're tearing it up on the glass.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
And, you know, establishing that physical dominance early gives you a big mental edge, too. Don't discount that.
Shoots from 12. And the shot is long. The Prophet passes to Glover. Over Jones. And that one released in time, but no good. And so it's the visiting team holding a 22-point lead as the quarter round. We've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team. What do you think?
Well, you can see these guys are unafraid to take chances defensively.
Well, you know, the defense, guys, is just disruptive, active, and energetic, and you can't afford to be loose with the ball against these guys.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. On the court for Florida. Q out there with the Prophet. Then it's Big Cat. Then it's Johnson. And it's Lewis in at the 3 spot. Shoots a 3. That one doesn't go. Thing has been out of this world. 74% from the field. Jones, the pass to Baker. Good on the shot.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
Pass to Lewis. Here's the Prophet. Oh, and there's the alley-oop.
And he pulls off the Houdini to make that catch and slam it through.
Stupendous alley-oop.
And the crowd got their jaws dropped on that one. Total disbelief.
And with a quick break on the court, we've got some time to show you the list of the top rookie shot blockers over the course of the last month. You take a look at Blackshear, an intimidating defender, 3rd in the league.
He's been a factor on the inside, an impressive stretch for him defensively.
Well, he's been slapping shots out of there all last month. I mean, he's building a reputation as a guy you don't want to challenge inside. His arrow is definitely pointing north.
The Prophet passes to Johnson. Florida moving that ball around. Here's Glover. Johnson outside. Passes it to the Prophet. Now Lewis, defended by Jones. 6 to shoot. And he's going up for the alley-oop.
And they've got to keep him off the glass. For a little guy, he can be a handful on the offensive boards if you're not aware of it.
And Lewis comes to help. Here's White. That's tipped. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Down low. It's deflected. And the shot is good. Blackshear's got his second basket of the night. Blackshear's gotten 2 of his 3 shots to go tonight. Here's Cool Hands. And that comes off the assist by Jones.
Yes, sir.
Jones has got 9 assists now tonight.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
Here's the Prophet. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. The pass to Blackshear. Beat the shot clock, but it's off the mark. Gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. And for those of you just joining us, we're in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by. Out of bounds, Florida takes possession. And here's what the schedule for Florida looks like. On Thursday and then on Tuesday, Money's checked in for Florida. The Natural comes in for Q. Florida trails by 20. Here's the Natural. Pass to Man. Lewis outside. Just 5 to shoot. Pulls it from 20. And once again off the mark by Florida.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face. The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
The Natural, the pass to Blackshear. Over Moore. And Blackshear gets it to go. Blackshear's got 4 points in the quarter.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
The Natural is checked in for Lewis. Here's Cool Hands. Here's Big Cat. And it's Florida with the rebound. Blackshear's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Man passes to Blackshear. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. Blackshear's got 8 points.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Good on the bucket. 8 points for Champ.
Really nice job moving the ball around that time, picking apart that defense.
Here's the Natural. Pass to Man. And the pass to the Natural. 4 on the shot clock. Pass to the Natural. From deep. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. Baddest ones checked in for Florida.
Baddest one.
Gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. Here's Big Cat. Uses the glass to finish the layup. 6 points for him.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Here's Money. Pass to Blackshear. It's deflected. Here's Cool Hands. Passes it to Big Cat. The shot misses.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
The pass to Blackshear for the 3. That shot's off. He's made half and missed half of his 8 shots. Moore passes to Houdini. Lays it up and banks it in.
You got to do more than that to keep the ball out of his hands down low.
Exactly. I mean, deny him the ball in the first place. Don't let him get it.
Pass to the Natural. Here's Money. Shot clock at 6. The shot misses the jumper.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
To stop the drought. Good on the triple. Money's got 5 points so far.
Well, the first thought from the D there was to protect the rim, so good idea to take the 3 in transition.
Here's Champ, 9 feet out. Cool hands passes to Big Cat. Drops in the short one. Big Cat's got 4 points in the quarter.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
I tell you what, it reminds me of one of my college coaches. He used to say, that ain't going to get it done. That's 5 straight baskets in the paint now.
Gone 6 of 10 from the floor here in the second quarter. And here's more outside. Second shot opportunity. The shot comes out, and Champ gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Jones checked in for cool hands. Florida trails by 21. 1:33 left in the first half of basketball. Passes to Mann. Up again.
And all you got to do is look at the rebounding margin as to why they hold the lead.
And you know what? That tells the story in a lot of games, guys. And here you go. It's telling the story tonight, too.
No good from Moore.
This shot's just, it's not there right now. With his team leading, perhaps, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
Boy, you've got to appreciate the passing there. Results in a great look.
Outside, Jones. Rob. Here's the natural and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Jones, the pass to Big Cat. Cans it from short range. Big Cat's got 6 points in the quarter.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
The natural, the pass to Mann. 24 seconds left to play here in the half. Just 5 on the clock. Offline with the baseline jumper.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, Greg, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it. Gritty and rough. But that's how you win games.
And so it's the visiting team with a 21-point lead to end the quarter. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. Different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. We're seeing a tremendous game here from Big Cat.
Well, with a double-double in hand through 2 quarters, you can just imagine what his stat line will look like at the end of this one.
Yeah, he's got that locked-in look in his eyes tonight, and he's not going to start taking it easy. I think he's going to be going hard until that final whistle blows.
Houdini is out there with Big Cat. Then it's Jones. And there's Maverick. And it's Stanley in at the 2-guard spot. Jones kicks to Moore. Lets it go with a 3. And it's Florida with the rebound. Here's Money. Pass to Johnson. Here's the natural. Back to Johnson. Trains it from beyond the arc. Look, you were so good at such an early age in your basketball career. At what point did you personally realize just how far the game could take you?
You know, it really resonated with me, Kevin, I think at a summer basketball camp at Miami of Ohio when some of the better campers, high school campers, were asked to play with the college guys at night. And then during pickup games in my hometown of Cleveland with some of the Cleveland Cavaliers, Jim Jones and the late Terry Furlow and Mike Mitchell, and being able to compete somewhat with those guys at 15 and 16 years of age and having them encourage me to keep going and that I'd have a chance to do what they were doing at the time, which was play pro ball.
The natural, the pass to the natural. Here's Money. Yep, that one goes. Money's got 7 points in the game.
They found a nice groove in this half, starting out 3 for 4.
Jones drives in, the pass to Big Cat, and that one is stuffed right through.
And I've been impressed with the unselfishness, but Also getting guys the ball where they can do something with it.
He is delivering a lot of room service dimes tonight. One sweet one after another.
Here's the natural. Three-pointer. The shot missing.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Outside, Jones to the left wing. Here's Stanley. That shot is off. And it's Florida the other way. Pass to the natural. The layup off target.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
And there's the call on Jones. That is his first foul of the game. Florida making some changes. Lewis checked in for the natural. And it's Q in for the natural. Passes it to Mann. And the jumper falls for him. Money's got 4 points in the quarter. Gone 2 of 7 from the field in the third. That leaves room for improvement, sir. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And he can't get the first one. The Profits checked in for Money. And the second free throw, good. We've seen some ugly incidents last few years, Clark, between players and heckling fans. Can anything be done to fix it?
I think security in the arenas is important. Fans oftentimes that go across the line in interacting with players are usually fueled by alcohol. I don't know how you can control that element of it. The incidents are few and far between. We have seen a few more, but I still don't think it's an epidemic. But I think security, and then each team and each franchise should really be educational with its fans about what's acceptable behavior and what won't be tolerated.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Yeah, and they're really getting pummeled on points in the paint here.
Johnson outside. Pass to Blackshear. Fires from 14. That's good, and it's Johnson with the assist. That's 12 points for Big Cat.
Well, you like guys who can work that in-between area. Really keeps the defense honest.
And I tell you what, guys, I mean, with this combination of size and touch, he's a real threat from mid-range.
Knocks it loose. And the pass to Glover. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Blackshear. It's deflected, and they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Money's checked in for Ford. Outside, Jones passes it to Baker. And he lays it straight in. Baker's got his second basket of the game.
Nice job creating for the easy deuce.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Who is outside? Five on the clock. Pass to Blackshear. Releases from 15. That shot, no good. Gone just a bit under 50% from the field since halftime. 5 out of 11. Left side, Jones. Now the pass to Baker. Offline with his 3. Florida shooting 42% from the field here in the third. Pass to Lewis. Here's Blackshear. Florida moving that ball around. Mann passes to Blackshear. Over Jones. Blackshear misses. These guys have had some good motion on offense. Nice assisting.
And when everyone's involved offensively, it has a way of helping you on the defensive side as well.
Here's Mann. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Money's got got 6 here in this quarter.
Well, you certainly can't fault him as the reason they're behind. He's been on target and on top of his game.
That one good for 2. 15 points for Champ.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
And again, another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Now a timeout called by Florida.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
Yeah, you know, just look at the numbers, guys. I mean, they are being taken to the woodshed in the paint.
And now, with this break, here are the premier glass cleaners among rookies over the course of the past month. Well, you look at Jones, one of the game's best, second in the league.
And every team in the league needs a guy who can go and get. I mean, his great work on the boards certainly endear him to the coaching staff.
Well, I tell you what, he just creates so many second chance opportunities for his team when he's on the floor. I mean, last month was a huge one for him. It'll be interesting to see if he can keep it going.
Ladies and gentlemen, dance team. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, team dancers.
Here's Jones. He's got 9. Here's D. He dishes it to Jones. Gets it to go from 8 feet. Jones has got 11 points.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one, Greg. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
Blackshear, the pass to Glover. Clock at 6. From deep three-point range, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. The Natural, he's checked in for Q. Shooting 47% since getting things started in the third quarter. Jones, the pass to D. Jones trying to get open. The rebound by Blackshear. For Florida, they've gone 7 for 16 the second half from the field, shooting a bit under 50%. Here's Money, light covering to the inside. Johnson, and Johnson with the stuff.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
Does it as well as anybody, fellas. Tremendous skill while in the air.
Here's Lewis, and down it goes, jamming that one home.
Way ahead of the field. He can do pretty much whatever he wants.
You know, and not leaving anything to chance either. That's why he takes it right to the bucket.
White, left side. With nobody on him, he buries the jumper. White's got his first bucket of the night.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
It's 2-on-1. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Hammers the alley-oop through.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And, you know, you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
Here's the Natural. He tries for 3. Passes to Man. Lets it go from deep. No good. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. The away team. And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Blackshear out there with Johnson. Then it's the Natural, and it's the Natural, and it's Lewis in at the 3, the small forward. Clark, do you think we in the media overemphasize championship rings when talking about an individual player's legacy?
Yeah, I think when you talk about an individual player's legacy, a player can be a champion without a championship ring. I know there's another level of champion which includes a championship ring, and sometimes it gets distorted in my estimation because an individual only has so much impact on a team being a championship team. There are no individual team champions. Teams win championships. Being a key player or a role player on the championship team is certainly worthy of recognition and being held in high esteem, but I don't like to see championship caliber players being diminished in the court of public opinion because they didn't win a team championship ring.
Like Stockton and Malone.
Exactly. You could go down the list, a number of guys who just weren't, for whatever reason, able to get the ultimate in a team championship, but had championship Hall of Fame careers.
And there's the pass to the natural. Back to Lewis. Pass to Blackshear. Here's the natural. From about 16, and it's White with the rebound.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Johnson left side. Pass to the natural. From deep. Doesn't go that time.
Yet that's another miss for him. They're behind in this game largely because he shot so poorly.
White wide open. He fires. Off target with his three. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Two open that time. Made it look too easy.
Sensational ball movement there. When you pass the ball like that, good things happen.
Outside, Jones passes it to Baker. Here's Big Cat. And that one ends up out of bounds. And they retain possession.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Clearly a careless pass. He got away with one there.
A platoon swap here for Florida. For Florida, they've gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the fourth. A lot of misses, just the one make. Here's the kid. The pass to the Prophet. 6 on the shot clock. Steps back and fires. Robinson pulls it in.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
And it's off from three-point range. Florida shooting just 33%, struggling to get good looks. Here's the kid. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2. The kid's got his first points of the night. Here's Goose. Takes a 3. That shot off the mark. Inside, here's baddest one, and the layup is good.
Man, what a pass that was there. He really relishes making the game easier for his teammate. Because I actually, 6 years ago, had a chance to be with the Pacers in the global games in the Philippines and then Taipei, Taiwan with the Rockets. Great experience for the players and the organizations. It's an additional level of travel, no doubt. About a week to 10 days where you're in another country, but it's great for the game and it's great for the fans in those countries.
And all of a sudden, things finally coming together for them. The deficit's still large, but now not insurmountable.
And Greg, that kind of deficit, I think they're going about it the right way. I mean, they've got to get aggressive on defense. They need stops. And then you got to take care of the basketball at the other end so you get a good shot every trip.
And it's getting late, guys, but all of a sudden they have hope when just a little while ago it looked like hope was lost.
Hard not to wonder if maybe they left it until too late. I mean, they finally started to make some things happen, but at this point, they almost have to be perfect the rest of the way.
And with those points, he puts an end to that 10-0 run by Florida.
And there's the call on Jones. That'll be his second foul of the game. The natural, he's checked in for Florida. Here's Money. Johnson right side. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Pass to man. Here's the natural. No good with the triple. And the pedestrian 36% in the fourth quarter. The offense not doing their best work of late. Here's Stanley. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
Shot's good. Yeah, terrific plays right there. Great strength to finish through the contact.
That's exactly how it should be done. Get the bump, concentrate on the shot, and you'll get the bucket too.
Kicks to Johnson. Pass to man. Here's the natural, defended by Jones. Here's the natural. And once again off the mark by Florida. Gone 5 of 12 from the field entering the fourth quarter. Stanley, the pass to Big Cat. Outside, Jones. It's picked off. From beyond the arc. That shot, no good. And it's Florida the other way. Here's man. Off target from outside. They have been really controlling this one.
You never want to be complacent on the floor. That's when you lose momentum.
Here's Big Cat. And the call will go against Houdini. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul.
Here's the natural, defended by Jones. The natural, the pass to man. Here's the natural. Clark, a lot of fans ask us what qualifies as a legal screen versus a moving screen. They feel there's a lot of gray area there. What do you think?
Well, I think there is some gray area because the problem you have, one of the problems is a number of veterans out there have become really masters at getting a little extra into their screen, which borders on illegal and many times is. So the league is doing a pretty good job of clarifying. And if you're moving your lower or upper body to help a teammate with your screen, then that should be called. And most times it is called as illegal. A hip check, a shoulder, any of that to set a screen is illegal.
Can they get it? Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Yeah, exceptional play there to take the bump and still get it to fall.
I like to call that stick-to-itiveness, Greg. Getting everything he possibly could out of that play. Nicely done.
Good call.
Catching up on the changes for Florida. Bossie's checked in for Blackshear. Payne comes in for Money. The kid, he's checked in for the natural. And it's Q in for the natural. And the ball ends up out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. Here's Goose to the paint. Here's Robinson. Payne grabs the board. Florida shooting in the fourth quarter has looked shabby, 38%. Johnson in the corner. To the inside. Boss. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
That's his first.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
Clark, the relationship between referees and players reaching a fever pitch. What can be done to smooth those waters and mend those fences?
Well, I think first and foremost, players have to give. Both sides have to give in this equation, but I think it's incumbent upon the players to accept and respect the position of the officials, and the officials have to also be willing to engage in interacting well with the players. It's a two-way street, but I think most of that is on the players because they have to control how they respond to officials more than officials have to respond to the players.
Garbage man, he's checked in for Florida. Goose, the pass to Robinson.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
Second team foul. At the line.
No luck that time either. And Florida with the possession. They're on a 15-6 run. Payne can't hit. There's 38 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Moore with it. Now guarded by Payne. No good from Moore.
Tell you what, that is a missed opportunity from mid-range for sure. With as little defense as was shown, should have made that one.
And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing.
That's his first personal foul.
And he makes the first.
At the line. The kid.
And so he hits both. 23 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And they can just dribble the ball until the buzzer.
Yeah, they got to be happy with the outcome.
Here's Goose. There's the pass to the mayor. Here's Goose. The visiting club takes the win on the road. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And that about wraps it up. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for being with us. See you next time.